I'm Julie. If this is your first time here, I want to start by slowing things down for a moment and simply introducing myself as the person behind this podcast. This space exists because of the work that I do, the people I sit with every day, and the patterns I keep seeing in leadership, in mental health, in relationships, and in how capable people are carrying far more than they ever talk about. Who am I? I'm a psychotherapist by training. I'm also a business owner, consultant, an entrepreneur, and an educator. I work with people who function at a high level. People like first responders, military, leaders, executive, business owners, entrepreneurs. People who are relied on, looked to, and expected to stay steady under pressure. What's important to know about me is this. I don't come at this work from theory alone. I come from years of clinical practice, life experience, long conversations, complex systems, and watching how people adapt in order to survive and succeed. I've seen how strength gets built. I've had to walk through it myself, including making lots of mistakes along the way. And I've seen and experienced the cost of holding it all together for far too long. This podcast exists because there are a lot of conversations we don't make space for. We don't often talk about what it actually takes to lead over time, how stress and past experiences shape the way that we show up for ourselves, our relationships, and our teams, why capable, high-capacity people hit limits that they don't understand, and then they feel stuck, or how internal capacity affects everything from decision-making to relationships. I wanted a space where those conversations could happen, thoughtfully, honestly, and without needing to dramatize or oversimplify them. This isn't about fixing people. It's about understanding what's happening under the surface and why we do what we do. In this podcast, I'll be talking about things like capacity, what it is and how it gets depleted, emotional and nervous system regulation, some of my favorite things, leadership under pressure, and how to create a team culture where people actually like what they do and want to come to work and helps you with your retention, the trauma, stress, and resiliency, and how that can impact you in your life and your relationships, and the internal work that supports sustainable performance. Some episodes will be reflective, some will be educational, and many, if not most, will connect clinical insights with real-world leadership and real life. There's no single right way to listen. Take what's useful and leave what's not. At my core, I'm relational. I approach everything from an attachment and a trauma lens. My approach is grounded, direct, practical, and respectful of complexity. There are very few actually simple systems out there because people are involved, and people at their core are simple but also not. I don't believe in pathologizing normal responses to stress, and I don't believe that high performance should come at the cost of health, relationships, or self-trust. I believe awareness changes how we lead, how we live, and how we relate to others, to ourselves, and to the world around us. So this episode is really just a starting point, a way for you to know who I am, how I think, and why this space exists. If these conversations here resonate, I'm glad you're listening. And if nothing else, I hope this podcast gives you language for experiences that you've been carrying quietly for a long time. So thanks for being here.